Advent had come at the Avenger with everything they had, and we had emerged victorious. Now that they were running scared, it was time to start neutralizing their last few assets one by one, and Blightwalker was next on our list. It was almost a shame. The Hunter had never seemed particularly invested in the Elder's cause, and for a time I had almost hoped that we might be able to somehow turn him over to ours. Of course, that was before he had made it clear that he was a psychopath who killed people for sport. Given the grief he had caused us over the past few months, there were no shortage of volunteers for this operation. Deus had a vested interest in seeing Blightwalker dead, so I put him in charge of the strike team. The Templars also had a keen interest in this operation, so that meant that Henrik had also secured a spot on the Sky Ranger. I filled out the rest of the squad with some of our veteran operatives. Mark and Don were particularly keen on the idea of going on one more suicide mission, and Kuruk was simply eager to do his part for the war effort, and to potentially leave his mark on the history books. The Hunter-Killer filled out the last slot on the team, because, let's face it, this was literally what it had been built for. We triple-checked everyone's equipment and radioed our allies in Antarctica to make sure our approach was clear. We were only going to get one shot at this, but as long as everything went according to plan, Blightwalker's hunt would finally be coming to an end.
We're in position to end the Chosen threat once and for all, though I doubt it'll be easy. Advent isn't known for its forgiving nature, and we're setting out to destroy the last of the Elder's favorite pets today. Expect heavy resistance and stay focused. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Not our first time in one of these facilities, so we have to assume the Chosen know we're here. That didn't stop us before, and it won't stop us today. You know what to do.
Locking on to the Chosen's energy signature. Uploading the coordinates now.
Understood. Move out.
I was hoping you might take a little longer to find this place. Things were just starting to get interesting between us. Now, you're already dead.
Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to episode 54. Today we're continuing to move towards the climax of the game by taking on the Hunter, Blightwalker. And I'm pleasantly surprised to see that Tygan and Bradford actually seem to, remember our previous fights against the Chosen all of a sudden.
This unit is relatively agile.
We've done this twice before, so you know the drill.
Can attack anything that passes by. In case you're wondering if I've left some surprises for you along the way, the answer is yes. Think of it as a warm-up before the main event.
We just have to clear one room at a time until we find that teleporter.
We knew there'd be resistance today. You know what to do.
Well, there's our first enemy pod, a Codex and 3 Vipers. That's definitely not much of a threat at this point in the game. We should be able to wipe these guys in a single turn pretty easily. The only real risk involved is that we might accidentally trigger another pod while we're doing that. We'll just have to make sure we keep that in mind when we move into the room. We'll also want to take these Vipers out as efficiently as possible, just in case more enemies do show up. That way we'll still be able to hit them with a few attacks. Okay, we've got 2 Vipers lined up, so let's bring Deus closer and he can lay down a Null Lance.
Lo que tú digas.
Oh, wait a minute, we can actually see the Codex behind that wall over there. Null Lance should do more than enough damage to kill it, so let's take that out instead.
Ningún blindaje te protegerá.
Nice.
Fulminados.
Now we need to take out these other 2 Vipers, and since Henrik needs to build up focus anyway, we'll send him in first.
This world is ours.
Now we just need to have someone take out that last Viper. I guess it really doesn't matter who does it. Let's bring Cazador up there.
Should I double-check that for you? Will the death of this one change anything?
Sorry, Snake Waifu. You never stood a chance.
I'm on the move. Okay, I'll go.
Okay, let's get everyone on Overwatch.
Here I come. Overwatch. On Overwatch. Moving to Overwatch.
I'd like to say you're walking into some sort of elaborate trap, but then I'd be lying. To be honest, I never thought anyone would ever walk into this place voluntarily.
Well, that would certainly explain why it's so poorly guarded. Blightwalker really isn't cut out for this.
Let's do this.
We're not on a time limit, so this turn we're just going to focus on getting our guys set up around the next door.
I enjoy the Russian air against my senses.
De acuerdo.
We can probably expect to see a pod in every room, so we'll breach the door next turn.
I'll go quickly. Already there. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
I suppose this is as good a time as any to start testing the defenses. I have to say, I'm rooting for you. These things aren't the best conversationalists.
Okay, let's crack the door. Well, no enemies, but it does appear to be a creepy and particularly unhygienic operating room. Maybe I'm just being naive, but I can't help but wonder why Blightwalker would need a room like this in the first place. He doesn't exactly strike me as the scientific type. Well, regardless, it looks like we have to go left, so let's get our squad gathered around the next set of doors.
Location confirmed. Stepping off.
Testing this unit's agility.
I'm all over it. Something moved over there. Overwatch.
This game was a lot more fun when you followed the rules. Well, if you're not going to play nice, neither will I.
Cracking the door.
I got enemy movement here.
Well, we've got our second pod in sight, but again, it's pretty tame. We're just up against 3 Advent soldiers and a heavy mech. The first thing we need to do is knock the enemy mech off Overwatch. We'll have Cazador take care of that. In fact, we'll tap the overdrive button so she can make a few extra attacks afterwards. Nice, that took out the mech's armor. Let's have her trim off the Purifier's armor as well.
Preparing my weapon.
Now she's got one more attack, so let's look at her options. Okay, we'll just have her finish off the Purifier.
A targeting error.
Well, she missed, but she took out its cover. That thing has a pretty good chance of exploding when we kill it, so we'll probably have Henrik finish it off. But let's see if we can do something about these other guys first.
What's over there?
Kuruk could take out just about any one of these guys, but we'll have him focus on the Lancer for the moment. Very nice. There's a solid crit, and the Lancer is left with a single hit point. Now we just need to start clearing these guys off the board, so let's bring Henrik up.
I strike for my people.
That's one down. Now let's bring Mark up.
Finally.
He can't do quite enough damage to take out the mech. Or the trooper. We'll just have him take down the Lancer.
Who's keeping score?
There's Hair Trigger, so let's hit the mech. Now let's bring up Deus. He can finish off the mech, and then we can have Don take out that trooper.
Voy a ello. ¿Y bien? ¿Qué te parece? I'm spotted.
Okay, that takes care of pod number 2.
Oh, I definitely got that one.
Let's get Henrik on parry, and next turn we'll keep hunting for the hunter.
I should probably start going on and on now about how I will defeat you for the glory of the Elders. But let's be real. I just like to kill things.
That's what I like about Blightwalker. He may be an amoral, murderous psychopath, but
I guess that'll be okay.
at least he's honest about it. Let's get our guys up to the next door. Of course, this door's already open, so we'll want to hang back a little bit.
That'll be okay. Tired of waiting around.
I'll comply for now.
Allí voy.
I am watching.
Scanning. Come get some.
I am ever vigilant.
And let's not forget the sweet deal they cut us. I take you out, and this world is mine. Think of all the fun we'll have.
Yeah, Blightwalker, that does make for a very compelling offer, but if you take me out, I won't actually be there for the fun.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, it looks like the next room is clear, so let's move our squad up to the next set of doors. It looks like we've reached another corner of the map, so we're taking another left.
What's over there?
At this point, we're doubling back towards the area we started in.
I can cover it.
That means we should be coming across the teleport chamber any time now.
On it. Affirmative.
Just how fast do you think this unit is?
Enseguida. Enemy activity. Affirmative. Covering now.
You weren't going to win this war anyway. And imagine how bad you'd feel watching the Elders tear this world apart. I'm doing everyone a favor.
Blightwalker, he's here to help.
Tengo a la vista una posición de Advent.
There's pod number 3, and once again, it's a pretty lame one. 2 troopers, a codex, and a shield bearer. Well, let's take them out. We'll start by having Deus lay down a void rift.
No hay problema, jefe.
Transport portal directly ahead. Updating coordinates now.
Got it. Let's go.
Thanks, guys. That's a good contribution. Okay, that softened up the guys on the right. Let's bring Henrik in. He can take out this trooper on the left.
We'll cut you apart.
Ooh, not quite enough to take out the trooper in one shot. Well, he'll finish the job with Blade Storm. Let's focus on the other three guys. Okay, let's try to take out the Codex with one swing. Ah, of course it survived with one hit point. Oh, now it's near the rest of the pod. Well, I was going to save my grenades for the final chamber, but
I'm trusting you here.
I think we can probably spare one.
Boom!
Alright, that sets them up for the kill. That's your cue, Mark. Nice. Now let's get Cazador in there.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Henrik has the other trooper handled, so we'll take out the one near the teleportal.
Do I get a badge or something? Almost time for a reload.
Oh, but I get it. You will do what is needed. You will never give up the fight, for you are XCOM, and you are going to die.
If you say so.
I like how Don seemed to buy into Blightwalker's threat there.
I think this is the package. I'm trusting you here.
Okay, let's get all of our guys up on the teleportal, and then it's time to finish this.
Stepping off. Running.
Physical exertion outpoint.
Ya me ocupo. We've been here before. Brace for transport. Get ready, people. You know what's coming next.
Finally, the real fight begins. See you soon.
Okay. At a glance, this looks like the same map we fought the Warlock on. Let's get Cazador up top.
I've located some advent forces.
Hey, Blightwalker finally brought an Andromeda to the party. Hope he doesn't mind if we borrow it.
Puedo hacerlo. Déjame entrar.
Nice. Now let's take out that mech. We'll start by stripping its armor off. I'm tempted to hit it with Haywire, but that's only temporary, so it's a distraction we don't really need to deal with. Okay, let's bring Don up top to finish it off.
Okay, I'll go. Something here.
Oh, and we got some bonus loot.
It's dead.
A bit late in the game, but I'll take what I can get. Now we'll move the rest of the squad up, but of course we don't want to get too close to the sarcophagus just yet. We'll want to refresh all of our actions before we face the Blightwalker.
Let's do this. I'll keep it under watch.
Overwatch!
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Wait, okay.
Locking and loading.
I think I may have just cycled through a full turn there. It gets a little disorienting when there's no alien turn. Yeah, we just put half the squad on Overwatch. Let's cycle to the next turn. Though this does give us a good chance to move some of our guys up. And we should grab that loot.
Parece factible.
As you wish.
The perception implant could be useful. Okay, let's get our guys on Overwatch one more time.
En guardia.
This unit scanners are active.
And now it's time to move up. We'll let the hunter-killer take the lead.
It feels good to move around.
It begins.
You're not supposed to be here. You were never meant to figure out our little trick. Full of surprises, aren't you? Soon to be full of holes.
All right, men, if you know what to do, do or die time.
Finally, you are ready.
Blightwalker, buddy, I really hate to break this to you, but you're a sniper stuck in a room with a bunch of close-quarter combat experts, so I'm not sure this is going to end well for you. Okay, the hunter's hiding in a pit. Let's tap the overdrive button and have Cazador take a couple of shots at him.
An ineffective shot.
Where's the sport in hunting with a machine? Double or nothing.
Not a bad start. That trims off all of his armor and about a fifth of his health. Let's keep the pressure on. We'll bring Deus up and auto-hit the hunter with a soul fire.
Lo que tú digas.
Actually, let's make that a Nova Lance. That's got higher damage potential.
Ningún blindaje te protegerá.
That takes out another big chunk of his health. Now let's bring in the melee experts. Don's just close enough to do a blade rush, so we'll go with that.
Leaving it to a machine to do your dirty work, eh, Commander?
Now Henrik should be able to finish him off.
It's ours.
Yeah, I think that went about the way we all thought it would.
It appears this device functions in a similar fashion to the capacitor we encountered previously. I recommend haste in disabling its prime mechanism to prevent the Chosen from regenerating indefinitely.
Yes, Doctor. Let's blow it to hell.
I know I already mentioned it once, but
What's over there?
I'm glad that Tygan and Bradford got their memory issues cleared up.
Tired of waiting around.
I pay slightly more attention to them when they're not repeating themselves. Now, we've got reinforcements incoming, so let's get our guys on Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I am a child of the gods. Servants would not leave me unattended.
Okay, we've got a Spectre on the field. Not bad. Now we've got an officer. Wow, Mark is tearing it up. I think we've still got that badly wounded Spectre to deal with, but... yeah, there's the Spectre. Let's have someone take it out real quick. Don's pretty mobile, so we'll have him melee it to death. There we go.
Oh, I definitely got that one.
Now let's start taking that sarcophagus apart.
No hay problema, jefe. I guess that'll be okay.
We've got some more reinforcements incoming, so we'll put Mark and Deus on Overwatch.
Ready to engage. A ello voy. Moving to Overwatch.
Oh, I wasn't expecting him to get back so quickly.
Oh, I never tire of this feeling. I could do this all day, all decade, all eternity.
Apenas le ha dado.
Okay, let's kill him again. We'll have Don pummel him in a second, but we need to knock that armor off again. Let's bring Cazador into a flanking position and she can take care of the armor.
I'm reloading. Stomp, stomp, stomp. We'll test the limits of that armor.
So that's what that feels like.
Alright. Don, would you please beat the hunter to death? Thanks.
You sure you're up to this? That stings a little.
Not quite enough, but Mark's got Don's back.
Together we are strong.
Thanks for stopping by, Blightwalker.
Check it before you get too close.
You know, that might have actually been challenging if the hunter had brought reinforcements with him.
With the amount of energy housed in that capacitor, I fear the Chosen will continue the regeneration process indefinitely. I do not believe we can simply wear them down.
Understood. We need to make destroying it our top priority.
We're working on it, guys.
Voy a ello.
Alright, Deus. Bring it down.
With the capacitor damaged, the regeneration process has been interrupted. I believe now would be the appropriate time to take them out.
Then you know what to do. Take that creature down. Affirmative, covering now. I'm being flanked!
Now that wasn't supposed to happen. And just when I was starting to like you, you're the reason why this world can't have nice things.
Poor Blightwalker. He's not looking very well. Let's see if Deus can do anything about that.
Puedo hacerlo.
We need to soften him up a little more, so let's get Don back in there. Alright, Deus. It's all you.
Eres vulnerable. ¿Has visto ese?
You know what? I think I'm actually going to miss him.
It wasn't easy, but we managed to pull it off, Commander. If only we could see the look on the Elders' faces.
Have to admit, didn't see this one coming. So, this is what it feels like to be afraid. Not my style.
Got it covered.
Even now, our enemy lurks in the shadows, plotting to destroy all we have built, to return us to the chaos of the old world. Only together can we oppose them. United in the Elders' love for us, we shall prevail, no matter the cost.
At least we know for sure now that the Chosen can be taken out permanently. I was starting to worry we might never hear the last of them.
Oh, hey, Henrik actually went up a level. Better late than never, I suppose. It's just a shame we're so late in the campaign now, because I would have really liked to see more of the Templar abilities. This one turns his melee attack into a wave attack. That's neat. This one lets him teleport. And this one gives him the sustain ability that priests have. I think Arcwave is the pretty obvious choice here. We'll grab that. He's got enough points to pick up another ability too, but that one lets him steal souls. That's cool. That lets him stun opponents. That lets him build a psionic pillar. That lets him generate more focus. That's pretty useful. Now, Reaper. If this weren't so close to the end of the campaign, I'd spend the extra points to pick up Reaper. At this point, I think it's well established that Henrik would be pretty great with it. Unfortunately, I just can't justify it at this point. We'll pick up Channel. And I think we're done. Good work, everyone. With the Hunter dead, the Chosen were officially no more. They had been the Elders' agents on Earth, the masters of Advent's day-to-day operations, and with them gone, the entire organization had fallen into chaos. With enough time, they would be able to use their psychic relay to wrestle their erstwhile army back under control. Of course, what they didn't realize was that their time had already run out.